You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy. You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
They told me not to come.
Do not come. Do not come.
They told me not to come. Time to kick some people off the mountain today, folks.
Listen, 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 listen. Fuck up, fuck up, fuck up, fuck up. Get out.
This is Sparta!
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We are live. We got some things to talk about. Man, listen, I couldn't wait, okay? I couldn't wait. How the hell am I supposed to wait till Monday? I was talking to Colt Eastwood this morning. I talked to him yesterday morning, as a matter of fact. And I said, dude, something's going on. I just had some major Microsoft investors reach out to me and said, just so you're aware, something's happening in the next few days. You know, I'm like, okay, so what? And then he's like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't tell me? And then he's like, this could cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. I said, so I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm just telling you as a friend, keep your eyes peeled. For the next few days, you're going to be getting a major Q4 announcement in the next few days. So what is the first thing I do? I call Colt Eastwood. I'm like, dude, have you heard anything? Because I'm hearing this rumblings, this and that. I spoke to somebody else, which I will not reveal because they heard something as well. And then he said that he talked to another certain someone. His name rhymes with Tim Dog. And he heard something as well. And so it was out there. It was starting to get out there slowly. So, of course, I called Mr. Boomstick. And I'm like, dude, I'm just letting you know something's happening in the next day or two. I don't know what. I said, but something's up. All right? I wake up this morning to this absolute horseshit.
Yeah! Fire! What?
Off a friggin' cliff.
This is Sparta!
This is not funny. I didn't find it funny.
You call yourself a man?
You call yourself a man?
You're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Yeah, it's true. It's true, Joe Pesci. It's true. Yeah, exactly, Pundo. Listen, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you're all here. Look at that. We already got 29 beautiful people in the chat. This was extremely impromptu. I was just sitting outside. I was thinking about stuff, and I'm like, man, I can't keep this bottled up. Yes, I did a video this morning describing about all the tears and everything else, but yeah, the tears. That could go both ways. But I got to tell you, man, it goes deeper than that, and that's why I wanted to go on the air, because it's not as simple as, oh, well, they raised the price, and here we go, and la-di-da, and this and that. No, it's more than that. And this will have a lasting effect on the future of the console. Now, before we even get started, my goodness, my Guinness, we have Highlander Grim 0351 has become a magnificent maggot. Thank you very much, dude. And remember, let me tell you something.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's right, baby. Welcome to hell. You are now officially a maggot. You've got emojis that you can utilize. We also have a members-only Discord, which you can join at any time. So thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And of course, when I drop my specialty cooking videos, which is every 2 weeks, members get those videos first. I actually just picked up all the ingredients for it, and I revealed actually last night on MAGGcast that the theme for this one, because of the announcement of Forza Horizon 6 in Japan, and of course Ghost of Yotei dropping at midnight tonight, I will be doing a Japanese themed and inspired dishes to honor those 2 games. So I will be doing that. Now, as a member, you guys get those videos before anybody else, usually a full day before everybody else. So that being the case. Now, here's the thing. For anybody new here, I see a lot of new names in this chat. Fantastic. I'm so happy to see that, man. I know, Silver Lab guy, what a freaking day. Yeah, no kidding. We got LOS. It's in the game. That's it. Welcome to hell, everybody.
Welcome to hell!
But we're here now.
Motherfucker!
We are here. So, and look at this. We got Otaku Shaku. What a great name. I love that name, too. I see not a lot of new names here. Now, here's the thing. Anything goes when it comes to what's going on in my chats and everything else, okay? Anything goes. I mean, within reason, obviously, as long as you're not being rude or disrespectful to people, whatever. But all opinions matter here. So if you love Game Pass and you want to keep it, great, you're welcome here. If you want to kick Phil to the moon,
This is Sparta!
then you know what? Kick him to the moon, man. They deserve it. You want to push Sarah Bond off a cliff? Go right ahead.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
You know what I'm
I make
saying?
You laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me?
Nothing
Tell
funny
me.
about this
Tell me what's
situation,
funny.
Pesci. Nothing funny. But here we are. Everybody's opinion matters. PlayStation gamers, Xbox gamers, PC gamers, Nintendo gamers, whatever you want, man. You're all welcome here. So I'm glad to see all these new faces in here. Dad IT guy. What does that even mean? Oh, my God. Oh, I don't even know what that means, but whatever. Either way, welcome everybody and all these new faces. Okay, see, Dad IT guy is saying, I'm good on Game Pass till 2028. Y'all be Biok? I'm assuming you meant y'all be back? This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to talk about. Now, before we get into the nuances of what happened else, I also had a very dear friend, a maggot himself, and he reached out and he told me one of the reasons behind this that not a lot of people are talking about, and because a lot of people don't know. So he explained to me the rationale behind these price increases, and it doesn't make a difference. They can rationalize all day, but we'll get into that later. Let's just do one thing at a time. I know my my anxiety and my ADHD is getting to me right now, but we got to calm down. One thing at a time. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I want you guys in the chat to tell me what you're doing. You guys tell me. So, what I'm doing is this. I currently didn't have Game Pass. I was going to subscribe later this month. And what the plan was, now the plan has slightly changed. So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to wait till Call of Duty drops. Because Call of Duty is the last of the 3 games that are coming out on Game Pass that I was going to play for the rest of the year, right? So, I was going to play Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and Call of Duty Black Ops 7, all right? However, Black Ops 7 is the last game to release, right? Out of those 3 games. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to wait till Black Ops 7 releases. I'm going to subscribe to PC Game Pass because now I have a PC that's actually capable of using it. I tried it today. It works. So I'm going to be doing that. So the plan is I'm going to play all 3 games for $20. It's $22 here in Canada for the PC Game Pass Ultimate, whatever it is, right? By the way, just so you know, the Xbox console, box is in the name, the actual Xbox console Game Pass Ultimate in Canada is $38.62.
Yeah!
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Yeah, it's Voyager, it's $16.49 for you. It's $22 for me here in Canada. I just checked. So anyways, the point is what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till all 3 games drop. I'm going to pay for my one month of PC Game Pass. I'm going to play the living hell out of Black Ops 7. I'm going to play Outer Worlds 2 and Ninja Gaiden, and that's it. Then I'm going to cancel it. Now, I'm not going to cancel it forever. However, we have to look at what's coming up. We don't know. Do we? I want people in the chat to tell me, after November, can you name like a confirmed game that's coming out from December and on Game Pass that you will pay 30. Let's talk in US dollars tonight, okay? We're going to talk in US dollars tonight. All right? I'm not going to go through all the nuances of like Australian, the euro, the British pound, proper money. You know, the Canadian dollar. We're not going to do all that bullshit. We're just going to talk about the American dollar. We'll keep it simple. That's all there is to it. I want you to tell me in this chat, from December and on, what's coming out in Game Pass that is going to justify that $30 US. I'll wait. I will wait. So I want to know. And I'm not being an asshole. I'm being sincere. I really do want to know what's coming out. 80 Storm, Fable. Now, here's the funny thing. You mentioned Fable. Fable is not even guaranteed for 2026 anymore. Colt Eastwood and I talk to people that work at Microsoft, obviously, as you well know. Right? And they're saying it's not, there's a distinct possibility it's not even going to make 2026. Gears of War, when? The end of the year? I'm talking December this year. So now I want to lay this out, and I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to be like Mr. Negative here. I'm just literally asking for some clarity here. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be playing. Me, myself, as a gamer, what am I going to be playing from December and on that I'm going to be paying $38.62 a month Canadian? Again, I know I said I was going to talk in American dollars, but we'll talk in American dollars. Sorry, my bad. My guess is, starting this week, we've got Ghost of Yotai at midnight tonight. I'll be playing that tomorrow. By the way, I will be streaming that game tomorrow, so if anybody wants to watch that, I might do that during the day. So December, nothing. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be playing Battlefield 6, Ghost of Yotai. I got Little Nightmares 3. I've got, Silent Hill F. Haven't even started them yet. I'm not even halfway through Borderlands 4. Right? So I've got all those guys. I just finished Chronos: The New Dawn. Fantastic game, by the way. If you're a huge fan of survival horror games, that is the game. Okay? It is a fantastic game. So anyways, I've got 4.5 AAA games I haven't even touched yet. I mean, some of them haven't been released yet. Now, add into the mix Ninja Gaiden, Outer Worlds 2, Call of Duty. That's 7.5 games. There is no way on God's green earth that I'm going to finish all 7.5 of those games between now and, let's say, February. There's no chance unless I literally just did this for a living. I know some people can do that. I know, you know, when a new game releases and some people's like, hey man, the game came out 8 hours ago and I'm like, I'm level 176 and I'm like, how? But anyways, there are people who do that. I see everything that's come. I see you guys in the chat there. So now, I want to push this. Hi, Jesus. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while, Jesus. I haven't seen you, man. Where the hell have you been?
Welcome to hell,
Where have you been?
motherfucker!
And then we got Bounce Tuna, another fantastic game. Fantastic game. Fantastic name. So, here's the thing. Those games are going to carry me probably at least till February. And then what do we got? February, we've got Resident Evil Requiem. That's a no-brainer for me. Everybody knows that Resident Evil is my favorite series of all time. I'm going to be playing Resident Evil Requiem. March, I'm going to be playing 007. Soros is 50-50 because I didn't really like Returnal, and it's not because I didn't like Returnal. Like it's not like it was a bad game. It just wasn't a game for me. It wasn't my style of game. I really gave it the old college try. It just wasn't for me. So I'm 50-50 on Soros. Okay? There's something else coming out in March, around March, that I really wanted to play. I was really looking forward to. I can't remember what the hell it was, but either way, it doesn't matter. The point is, then you move on from there, and then I know there's something coming out in April, but then you've got, presumably, GTA 6 in May. Now you're pushing into June. Now you're pushing into July, right? What am I going to subscribe to Game Pass for? What am I playing in Game Pass? And even if they do release games, I saw somebody put in there Clockwork Revolution might be in there. Contraband was canceled, of course. We know that. Perfect Dark was canceled. We know that. Forza Horizon 6 is going to be coming out at the end of the year. My guess, and I think it's a pretty solid guess, is that Gears of War E-Day will come out at the end of the year. That would be the fall. So from December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 7 months. What am I playing? That is going to be worth $210 US of a AAA quality that I think that would deserve that kind of money. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is that I think that after this, and like I said, this is just what I'm going to do. You guys do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm not going to judge you, and I expect you not to judge me. You do what you want. I see people, I know Drake Williams, everybody keeps telling me Returnal is fire, but I just can't figure it out, man. I'm an idiot.
This is Sparta!
Kick me off a cliff. I'm an idiot.
Listen. Fuck off. Get out!
I'm just not good. I'm just not good. I tried it so many times. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why did the room change? Am I an idiot?
You are an idiot. You don't know anything. You don't know squat, you stupid idiot.
That's me. I'm a stupid idiot. I can't figure the game out. Anyways, the point is that all of these games that I've either purchased or I'm about to purchase from now until June of next year, there's no time for Game Pass. Even if they release some games in there that I'm like, oh, I really want to try that, or oh, that looks like fun, or whatever, they can wait. Because I'm not going to pay for something that I'm not going to have the time to get to. You see what I'm saying? And then raising the price on top of that has really made me picky and choosy about what I'm going to do with my extremely hard-earned money. So basically, after Black Ops 7 into December, during ho-ho-ho season, I mean, if you're a pimp like me, it's always ho-ho-ho season. You know how it is. You hear that, ladies? You hear that, ladies? But anyways, all joking aside, is that December, January, February, March, April, May, June, I will not be subscribed to Game Pass. Why? What for? I'm going to be playing all those other games all up until that point. In the fall of 2026, when you've got Gears of War E-Day and Forza Horizon 6, sure, I'll be there. Sure, I'll be there. But there's no motivation for me to get there because I'm going to be paying for a service I'm not going to be utilizing because I don't have the time, because it's not just Xbox fighting for people's attention. It's clearly PlayStation's fighting for people's attention. Third-party developers are definitely fighting for people's attention in 2026. It's going to be a hell of a year. Xbox had a fantastic year this year. They really did. And the months that I was subscribed to Game Pass, it was worth it for me. It was absolutely worth it for me. I thought that Xbox Game Pass in 2025 was fucking stellar. It was really good. I could tell you the games that I played, and I thought that they was definitely worth my time. Expedition 33 alone, my goodness. Right? Fantastic game. I really loved South of Midnight, man. South of Midnight is actually, I know some people might poo-poo it, but so far this year, and I know like this may come across whatever, because Expedition 33 is not an Xbox game. Okay? It's not an Xbox game. Yes, Drake Williams, the developer direct is in January. I talked about that last night, as a matter of fact, that what's going to happen is they're going to tell us, obviously, what's coming up for 2026 and when they come out. So we will get all that. But I don't think they're going to be dropping any of those big bangers that are going to be worth my now extremely expensive Game Pass. It's not going to be worth my dollar until the fall of 2026. That's just my opinion. So anyways, Expedition 33 is not an Xbox game. It's not. But it was there. I enjoyed the hell out of it. But for the Xbox side of things, Doom, I enjoyed it too. It had its flaws. I think that out of the trilogy, I think, and if anybody watched my marinated review of Doom Eternal, I actually think that Doom 2016 was the best in the trilogy, by far. And it was not just because it was something new, you know, oh, look at that, it's a new paint job and this and that. It was just a better game. And, I mean, in my opinion, I did enjoy Doom Eternal. I think I ended up giving it a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I can't remember the score offhand because I was all the way back in the spring. Listen, man, I drink a lot, okay? I can't even remember what happened 2 days ago. Jeez. But I gotta tell you, and this may be an unpopular opinion to some people, I really actually think that South of Midnight was my favorite Xbox game released this year. Can you believe that? Some people might not believe it. That's just me. I loved it. I loved South of Midnight. I think that's the best game they released this year. Worth the money that I paid for it. But now, let's break it down for a second. What's going on here? I'm seeing what's going on in this chat here. LOS, you're not wrong. This is what I'm about to get to. Funny you mentioned that. He says here in the chat, he says, if you play one game every 2 months, it's better to buy it. Let me tell you, let me break it down for you. I would have bought Expedition 33, okay? Let's do some math here, okay, folks? It's $50, okay?
Oh!
I would have bought South of Midnight. I believe that was $40, okay? $40. I would have bought Doom. Even though I don't think it was the best in the series, I still would have bought Doom. That's $70. Okay? I would have not bought Outer Worlds 2. I'm going to play it because I can play it on the subscription service. Ninja Gaiden 50/50. But I think the reason why, and like I enjoy the Ninja Gaiden games. I actually played Ninja Gaiden Black not that long ago when they released it in the summer on Xbox. I got 600 something achievements out of 1,000 on it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it. But the thing is, would I go out and buy it? Probably not. Unless it was like an absolute 10 out of 10 banger and I couldn't ignore it, or a 9 out of 10. And they're like, listen, man, one of the best action games of the year. I'd be like, all right, I got to get this. So no Outer Worlds, no Ninja Gaiden. I wouldn't have bought those day one. Okay. So far we're at those 3 games. We're at $160. Black Ops 7. And I've told you guys this before. This is my personal opinion. And once again, before people lose their friggin' minds, I don't think it looks good. I don't think it looks good. Every time, the more they show it, the less I'm interested in it. Does that make any sense? I don't know, man. I'm not interested in it. I look at it, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just not doing anything for me. That's all I'm trying to say. So the more I see it, the more I don't want to play it. Battlefield 6, on the other hand. Holy shit. From the reveal to the previews, I watched Skill Up do a 20-minute breakdown. He's already put 25 to 26 hours in the game. He said it's unbelievable. If you watched his video. I look at Battlefield 6, and when I played the beta for Battlefield 6, Matthew Gale loved South of Midnight. Dude, the game was... I loved the game. I thought it was awesome. Walt Diggity, how you doing, buddy? So now, I would have been 50-50 on Black Ops. Because I'm putting all my money... Listen, Battlefield 6 cost me $101 here in Canada. Actually, $104, excuse me, to be exact. $104. Okay, that's how much the game cost me here in Canada. I bought that. You don't think I'm going to be spending my time on that? And the way that Battlefield always tends to evolve and grow as a product, as opposed to, well, here's your product, go fuck yourself. Here's some Beavis and Butthead skins, and then blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at that. So, you know what I mean? And like they build upon it. They do expansions on it. Like, look at those awesome expansions. Like, for example, even Battlefield 5, which wasn't very popular for a lot of people, but it still sold incredibly well. I love the game. I thought it was great. You see what happened? Like, what was it? A year later, year and a half later, they did an expansion on it. And what did they do? That huge Pacific War expansion in Japan and the islands and all that shit. Dude. That's what I'm talking about.
The Max Show is the greatest of all time.
Calm down, Kratos. We're not done the show yet. Ghostbusters is saying South of Midnight 26 pound is worth getting. It absolutely is. I really enjoyed that. I played it twice. I enjoyed it that much. So anyways, back to the reason why that I'm being on the fence with Call of Duty. Because Battlefield 6 is coming and looks hot as lava. Looks incredible. So far, you've gotten $160 out of me. Okay? That means that if I was subscribed to Game Pass at full price on the Ultimate, and if I was going to play those 3 games, I know there's tons of other games in there. I understand that there's third-party games and this and that or whatever. Like, they just dropped Hogwarts Legacy today. And I'm like, I played that 2 years ago. I got 1,000 out of 1,000 on that game on my Xbox. My wife got 1,000 out of 1,000 on her Xbox, and she got the platinum on the PS5. And now you drop it into Game Pass when nobody gives a shit. It's like, okay, well, everybody's already played it. Sold 30, 35 million copies. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's not really the point. The point is, out of those three games I would have purchased this year for sure. Okay? So if I was paying for Game Pass for the entire year at $360 US, subtract the 160 of that, there's $200 outstanding there. Yes, I understand there's games released every week and every month, but not everybody's interested in Power Wash fucking Simulator.
Yeah!
I'm not.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny.
It's not
like
funny.
I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. How
I don't
the
think
fuck
it's
am
funny.
I funny. What the fuck is so funny about me?
Yeah.
Tell me what's funny.
Tell me what's funny. So I would have spent an extra $200. It's like a gym membership. People get that gym membership. They lock you in for the year, right? Because people are like, I'm going to do this, man. I'm doing this. And then they go January 2nd. They go January 3rd. They go January 4th. And then you never see them again.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Get up. You know what I'm saying? So I would have spent an extra $200 for no reason. And now this is just me. I know there are people out there, before everybody loses their effing minds, is that there are people out there who say, you know what, Mag? This is the greatest value for me. I love all the games, and I love all the indie games that I get to play and this and that or whatever. The third-party games that I had missed, plus the first-party games. To me, it's the ultimate deal. I love it. I'll never go back. I stacked it up for 2 years, 3 years, whatever. You could go to Amazon. You could go to these different websites. I know in the US you guys have different websites. You can go to, like, you know, whatever. You can get like 3-month stacks for like only $20 or $15 for each month or whatever. And people do that. I know Boomstick does that. I know Hargeet does that. They talked about that tonight on Primetime Gaming. I listened to them for a bit while I was working out. Right? And that being the case, I'm like, okay, that's great. But what am I getting out of it? Like, me personally, I wasn't going to play all those games. And I look at them because I literally follow Xbox Game Pass on Twitter and everything else and on the socials. So every time they release something, I look at all the squares, you know, like coming this week or coming this month, whatever. I scan through them and I'm like, nope. Just not interested. So, you know, it's not a problem. And it's not a problem. I'm allowed to have my opinion. And if you love Game Pass and you want to keep doing it and you're stacked forever, God bless, enjoy, have fun. And I will never judge you for it, nor will I ever talk shit about it. And I don't think that anybody else in this chat should do the same thing. We should all respect what we like to do and what we like to play and how we like to play it. That's how this channel runs. You know what I mean? There ain't no ponies here. There ain't no X-bots here. Of course, it's going to be those PC Master Race douchebags. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I guess I'm part of the PC Magster race now, too, I guess a little bit. But, you know. Because I'll be playing any games that I will be playing on the Game Pass. I will be playing on PC Game Pass. I will not be playing it on the console anymore. Which leads me to believe, do I even bother keeping this damn thing anymore? Should I just sell it? What am I doing with it? If I'm going to play Xbox PC Game Pass for the rare times that I'm going to be using Game Pass, maybe I should just sell the Xbox and just play on PC. Like shit. Most of the Xbox guys out there that you guys follow or listen to or watch shows with, they're playing on PC anyways. You know what I mean? So there's that. Danny Passion comes in. My goodness, look at this man. He drops a $2 US Super Chat and he says, Game Pass is dead. E-Day will be woke. Wait for it.
Welcome to hell!
We're going to just have to wait and find out, my friend. Thank you so much for the $2 Super Chat. Danny Passion Official. And holy moly macaroni, Danny Passion Official comes back with another $5 Super Chat. And he says... can you believe this guy? He says, don't ignore my super, laugh out loud. Also, my question, did you want the Battlefield 6 live action trailer? What do you mean, did you watch the Battlefield 6 live action trailer? I thought he says, do you want the Battlefield 6 live action trailer? I'm like, do you have it? Can you send it to me personally, immediately? I did not watch the live action trailer. I didn't even know that they released one. There was so much stuff going on today that I was too busy. Obviously, I had my phone. I didn't work today. My phone was going berserk from the minute I opened my eyes until right now, and it's still going off right now. My phone is over here charging, and it is just ringing up and lighting up like a goddamn Christmas tree right now. Thank you, Danny Passion Official. I really appreciate it, brother. You are one of the biggest maggots on this channel.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
That's right. Get in there and fight, maggot. Little Evil saying, my friends love Power Wash Simulator. You know what's actually kind of funny, Little Evil? It's actually kind of fun. It's actually kind of fun. Ghostbusters, I understand what you're saying there. He says, Mag, all PS games, PlayStation games will be on PC as well anyways. Yes. However, I'll be playing Ghost of Yotei tomorrow. PC gamers will be playing it in 2027. I want to play it tomorrow, and I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to play it for the maggots. You know what I'm saying? Lipscomb, I'm starting to seriously think about that, brother. There you go, Brandon Christensen. He's right. He's saying at this point, Mag, you have a PC, PS5, and Switch. You can play everything since all Xbox games are on PC. Yes. And actually, I checked the Play Anywhere thing because I've never used PC gaming. Like, I haven't played PC gaming since the friggin' 90s, dude. I don't know what to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I downloaded the Xbox, whatever, the app on here and all that kind of stuff. And then I was just like, okay, well, it is here. And then I figured it all out. And then I looked at and then I'm like, oh, my library's there because I signed in with my Xbox account and all that shit. So I looked at it, says my library, just like it does in the console. I'm like, all right. So I pulled it up. It's clearly not the hundreds of games that I actually own on Xbox. However, there was a fair selection of games on there. I'm like, oh, there's Hogwarts Legacy. There's a couple of Resident Evil games, this and that. They weren't all there. So I checked it out. And of course, obviously, there's Game Pass there, which I did not subscribe to. But it is there. I will subscribe after Black Ops 7 comes out. And I will play it for 1 month. And I'm going to cancel the subscription. That's what I'm doing. So I'll play 3 games, 1 month. Hello, goodbye. And that's all there is to it. Until probably, my guess is probably till the fall of 2026. Unless they really surprise the hell out of me with something that comes before that. But like I told you before, between Resident Evil, between 007, maybe Soros, GTA 6, plus all this backlog of fantastic games that I haven't even started yet, when am I going to play them? I'm not going to have time. I'm not Dreamcast guy. You know when he does like one of his videos? Like the game came out that day. All of a sudden by dinner time, he's like, hey there, Gamers Dreamcast guy here. And today we're talking about the fact that I played 17 hours of... I'm like, how? How did you play 17 hours? The game came out 9 hours ago. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Hey, listen guys, we're just having some fun. Hogwarts became Play Anywhere just like 2 days ago. There you go. I just downloaded it on my PC and I wanted to try it. I wanted to see, if I had the horsepower to do it. I do. Ironically, you know what really pissed me off actually? And this is something that Xbox has got to fucking fix. Because if they don't fix this shit, I'm going to be super pissed. Excuse me. Sorry about all the language, but I'm not happy about this. You own ABK. You own ABK. And I can't play any of my... I didn't see any of my Call of Duty games. Now, gamers in the chat, please tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and I'm an idiot, just tell me I'm wrong, and that's fine. I will totally be okay with being an idiot.
You are an idiot. You don't know anything. You don't know squat, you stupid idiot.
I did not see my Call of Duty games, which I have purchased every fucking Call of Duty game except for Black Ops 6, which I played on Game Pass. I own them all on Xbox. From Cold War, from the original, what's it called? The Modern Warfare trilogy, the new Modern Warfare trilogy, all the games in between, Call of Duty, what the frig is it called? Ghosts and everything else. I got all those games. Not one of those squares was in my library. Dustin Howard, I'm thinking about it. Noisy Mofo is in canceling everything, including Mag.
Yeah!
Come on, Noisy Mofo. Be nice.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out!
Danny Passion, there you go. They aren't on Xbox PC. Why not? You own the company. Do you not own the company? And you want to increase your footprint in the PC realm, and you can't access Play Anywhere Call of Duty games that I already own on my Xbox. If I turned on my Xbox and saw the list of games, the hundreds and hundreds of games that I own on Xbox versus what they just said my library is on PC, it's pretty pathetic. Fuzzy Tomato, come on! Oh my god, he's like mad complaining about the Xbox PC app. He's officially a PC gamer. Yeah, no shit, right? As soon as I start complaining, that's it. I'm PC master race now. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. I will check my DMs, Danny. Thank you. Golden Souk, how you doing, buddy? He's like, older Call of Duty are not play anywhere. Why? Why aren't they play anywhere? You own the IP. Why aren't they play anywhere? What's the incentive for me to do that? Anyway, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to download a Call of Duty game because I'm thinking to myself, well, Call of Duty 7, Black Ops 7, excuse me. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is an Xbox One PS4 game, okay? We're not going to lie to ourselves, folks. That's exactly what it is. It's a PS4 Xbox One game. They haven't done any ingenuity. There's nothing new to it. There's no next gen, nothing to, like, you know what I mean? It's just corridor shooting, jumping off the fucking walls and doing this, that, and the other, and a couple of cartoon characters. You know why I know that? Because the game is coming out on the Xbox One and the PS4. So clearly my PC can handle it. But the point is that I wanted to give it a shot, and I said, let me just see what it looks like. Let me check my settings and all that stuff, because I was kind of excited. And then they're like, none of them are there. And I'm like, what is this? I can't even access all these Call of Duty games that you, Microsoft, you own, but we can't access them? Alex Pappas, that's really funny. You know what I mean? What are we talking about here? Dude, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's silly. It's silly. Anyways, the point is, I'm going to be doing that on PC. Now, I want to get into something else before I keep going bitching and moaning about this, that, and the other, my gripes that are going on, not only just with today, but just in general, as I'm starting to notice more and more and more. I want to talk about how this is going to affect the casual consumer, which is, of course, 85% of the gaming market, okay? We here, you see all these wonderful... Oh! We see all these wonderful maggots in the chat that are in here right now. By the way, we're about to break a record here. We have 103 live viewers, maybe even more, because this thing is slow to catch up, but it's absolutely amazing. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing here, but you guys are here, and I love it.
The Mag Show is the greatest of all time.
Okay, calm down, Mario. It's not that good. My show's okay. It's not great. What I wanted to... yeah, JC Clips, man. You're not wrong, dude. So, look at this. We got Jax82 dropping a $10 super chat, buddy. He's saying, Mag, that's an issue everybody is having with their library missing. You have to restart removing billing from Game Pass and reactivating. Also clears it up, but then it comes back. What? Dude, you just literally blew my mind. Jax82, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate the support. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's send out some air horns for all the maggots out there. Let's go.
Do not come. Do not come.
We're all here, baby.
I'm gonna come.
Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. Let me tell you something. For all the new people, and I've seen a lot of new faces here today. What the fuck, man? Ghostbusters. He's telling me there's 100 people watching, only 3 likes. What? What is he all 96 of you?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny. Like
I'm not funny enough?
I amuse you. I make you laugh.
You call yourself a man?
You call yourself a man?
I am a low-life motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
That you got a double whammy Joe Pesci at the same time. That was 2 Joe Pescis talking at once.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
A choir boy!
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
Come on, guys, hit that like button. We got 97 people that did not hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds. You know what? Let me tell you something. Every single video I watch from every single content creator, whether they have 10 subscribers or whether they have 1.15 million subscribers, the minute I click the video, I hit the like button. Why? Because it helps that person. And if I took the 2 seconds even just to watch their video, even if I didn't like the video, I still hit the like to help them out. I'm not asking you to do that. You can tell me to go F off. It's totally fine. Hey, Tron TJ, where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. We got 78 in the house. Ryan Hodgson, FTW. It's in the game. All right. Simon the Pie Man, bring me your pies. I want to talk about the casual consumer. The casual consumer, which makes up about 85%. All these beautiful people in the chat here, and the people who listen to it after the fact and everything else. You guys are not the 85%. You are the 15% that carry this that help innovate this industry, get the interesting stuff or whatever. Because if the 85% ruled the roost in terms of everything, all we'd be getting is Fortnites. All we'd be getting is Marvel Rivals. All we'd be getting is like, whatever free-to-play games you can think of, right?
Oh!
But the fact that we are all here, they make games for us to draw us in and everything else or whatever. And of course, our influence spills out into that 85% casual market. However, the thing is that Microsoft has been trying to push, and of course, obviously PlayStation and Nintendo. I'm not just talking about Microsoft here. They all are pushing for that casual market, because you get that casual market dollars, you win the war. There is no console war if you own the casuals. And that's where PlayStation pushes so hard to sell those pieces of plastic. You know, when people say, oh, it's just pieces of plastic. Bullshit. It's not. You know what it is? 85 million people, 90 million people, whatever they got now, right? They're going to have a lot more than that after GTA drops. I'll tell you that much. And Wolverine, they'll sell 30 million consoles next year. I'm telling you right now. Maybe 25 to 30 million in 1 year. I am absolutely telling, between GTA 6 and Wolverine, they're going to do that. Now, the thing is, do they give a shit about making $25 per console? No, it's not about that. It's about the access to the storefront. So let's just say, for argument's sake, they sell 25 million consoles next year as a result of GTA 6 and Wolverine. Okay? Because don't forget, you can't play GTA 6 on last-gen consoles, and as it stands right now, there's almost 40 million people still playing on active PS4s. They're going to have to be forced to upgrade if they want to play GTA 6, and you bet your ass they're going to do that to play GTA 6. So therefore, what are those casuals playing? Fortnite, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to buy a John Cena skin, PlayStation gets 30% every time. Do you know where PlayStation actually makes the majority of their money? PlayStation makes the majority of their money off of microtransactions, not their first party, not selling fucking Spider-Man or any of that other stuff. They are making the majority of their billions of dollars off of microtransactions of free-to-play games. That is the casual market. Now, when Game Pass, now I'm going to go back to Xbox for a second. When Game Pass came out, the whole purpose of Game Pass was not only to be a great value for us, the hardcore that are already out there and this and that, it was supposed to draw in the casuals and pull them away from the obviously more popular PlayStation brand, because PlayStation is a more global brand, right? Xbox is popular in North America, pockets of Europe, and some pockets in what's it called, South America and Australia. But either way, they were trying to do that. They're trying to get that casual. Remember when they talked about the 3 billion gamers and all that stuff? I know what they were getting at, because they were looking into the the mobile market, right? They were looking into all that, and now they got it. They own King, for crying out loud. I mean, Candy Crush. What are we talking about here? You know? The music, I think, Danny Passion, is going to be copyrighted, so I'm not going to play it. I already got a copyright strike against me this week last week because the PlayStation, what was it called, the State of Play. They played a fucking licensed song in the middle of my broadcast. I had 1,000 people, or 900 something people, watch the stream, and I got nailed with a copyright infringement. Can you imagine that?
Yeah!
It was like a 20-second clip of a song in the middle of a trailer. I don't even know what game they were showing. And I got pegged for it. Right in the ass. Drawn TJ drops a $5 US Super Chat and he says, "What's up, Mag? How you doing, my friend? Keep up the amazing content." Dude, thank you so much.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's right. Welcome to hell, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the MAGGcast.
Fight, maggot!
All you maggots, get into the trenches. We got to fight, man. You got to fight for what's right for you and for your dollars. So anyways, let's get back into this. So the casual market, the Game Pass was also designed in order to draw in the more casual market so that you could have people subscribe to Game Pass over a long period of time. You have that steady income, right? So you have, like, let's say they say, okay, well, we have a steady income of 25 million Game Pass subscribers, whatever. That's going to be a steady stream of it. My God, I'm flipping on my own words here. A steady stream of income that they can count on a fairly regular basis, on a quarterly basis. They can always use that for the reports, and it's also good to utilize for the investors of the company, of which I know many. Where do you think I found out about this? There was going to be this big announcement coming up in the next few days. I found out about it yesterday morning. He didn't tell me what it was. But either way, he said, keep your eyes peeled. There's a big announcement, Q4 coming for Xbox in the next few days. And I'm like, all right. And then I woke up and there it was. So anyways, I talked to these guys, big investors with the company and everything else. You keep them pleased as well, because when they look at a steady stream of income, they're like, okay, this is something I can invest in. So that was something that they wanted as well. And they wanted to bring more of that casual market. So yes, you're going to have people playing Fortnite and this, and that, and the other. Why do you think they added this Fortnite crew to try and sweeten the deal for this $30 a month Xbox thing? You think that was by accident? No. That was on purpose. They're still trying to capture that casual market. However, I feel that $30 US a month is completely tone deaf. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You're not going to get my son's friends. My son is pretty hardcore, man. He plays like every day. And he's really damn good too. Plays online games. He plays multiplayer shooters, first-person shooters. He plays actually. Thank God he's actually like expanded to like outside of Roblox and like Fortnite and shit like that. He's actually playing like, you know, action adventure games, single player experiences. He got a platinum on God of War Ragnarok. Like, he's loving those kind of games. He only has a PlayStation 5, by the way. He doesn't have an Xbox. He didn't. None of his friends have an Xbox, so he's like, he wanted a PlayStation because all his friends had it. You know how it goes. So, you know, he has PS Plus, obviously, so he's playing all those games on there. He's playing all the first-party games, and he's loving them. Thank God. I'm like, dude, please just don't play Roblox forever. I do not want to have to disown you. So now, the thing is, you're still trying to attract... Who you were trying to attract at this price? $360 US a year. By the way, do you know how much it is in Canada? It is insane. I'll tell you right now. Give me 5 seconds. $463 a year for Game Pass in Canada. And they don't let you buy the 12 months and then you get like a deal. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, like a Spotify when you buy, they're like, okay, it's whatever. It's like it's $130 a year, or sorry, it's you know, it's X amount a month. But if you buy it for the entire year, it's only $130. You save $40 or $50, whatever the hell it is, right? No. It's not that at all. You're not getting any of that.
You call yourself a man?
You call yourself a man?
You're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
That's right, exactly what they are. No deals, no nothing if you buy. Now, I know, like I said before earlier in the stream, you can go to Amazon, you can go to any of those other websites. I know that Boomstick and Hargeet were talking about that tonight. They're saying, oh, go to this website, go to this website. That's where I buy my things. And I'm like, stack up for what? What am I playing between December and June of this year? I know there's a developer direct in January, and they're going to say, hey, this is what's coming out this year. But they're not going to be putting giant bangers between January and June. They're not. You're not going to get E-Day in the middle of like when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. Are you insane? It's not going to happen. That's all going to come out in the fall. Forza Horizon 6 and E-Day, the two big games that I want to play for Xbox next year, I can guarantee you, I could bet you my left nut that both of them will be out after September. There is no chance. I don't think that they're ever going to drop them before then. Anyways, back to $463. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you think that some listen, I deal with casual gamer parents all over the neighborhood, okay? Because my kids, you know, they all go to, you know, all the kids on my street and on the street over and 2 streets over, they all go to the same school because it's part of that region or whatever, right? So the cool parents, the handful of super cool parents, we all hang out and party and drink or whatever else, and the kids go play or whatever. And sometimes gaming comes up, right? And you know that none of them even bought a Switch 2 because it's too expensive up here. It's $900 for the bundle up here for the Mario Kart World and the Switch 2 bundle. Not one person on my street owns a Switch 2. I'm the only one. And it's only because I traded in the Switch OLED, which I got, by the way, it was like a 2-for-1 deal that day. I got... How much did I get? $600+ in trade-ins from my Switch OLED and a stack of Switch games. Old Switch games. I was even getting $30, $35 for friggin' Lego Batman 3 and stuff like that. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, well, Platinum members get their trade-in value plus an extra 50%. I'm like, wow. So anyways, the point is that they're not even buying Switch 2s. Do you think that they're going to pay $463 a year for Game Pass? Every year? Are you out of your mind? That's not gonna happen. You've lost the casuals. This is the truth. This is the truth. We can't say otherwise. We can't say, oh, well, you know, Mag, you're being unreasonable. No, I'm not. I'm literally just telling you, you're losing the casuals. Everybody's saying the same thing. And when you lose the casuals, you've lost, period. You know, I've always said that I don't think Xbox is going to go anywhere. I mean, it's always going to be a viable business model. It's still going to make them billions of dollars. However, I did hear from a couple of people saying that Satya has had enough of GamePass, of Xbox. And I don't mean enough like he's getting rid of it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all, okay? So don't get all wild and crazy. But I've heard that he's getting pretty fed up with all the headaches that it's causing. Because you're not getting all this drama from Windows 365. Are we getting all this drama? Are they getting all that drama from Microsoft Office, which is making them billions of dollars, all those different services? No. The only drama that they're getting is from this division. And that's the word I'm hearing from around the hallways of Redmond, is that he's getting pretty fed up with all the, you know, all the extra headaches that are coming with this business model. Now, that doesn't mean, I don't know what that means. Maybe he's just like, oh, God damn it, these guys, you know, whatever. I don't know. And then maybe that's why they took control of the business. I have no idea. These are all just speculative thoughts. However, we can't ignore these speculative thoughts because you're losing the casuals now. Did you see what happened today? I know some people saying, oh, it's fake, it's not fake, this and that. But Jez Corden himself even confirmed it. Some other people confirmed it as well when they showed it or whatever, showing that the cancellation page for whatever, for Game Pass, I know it already runs slow. I know some people are going to say that. I said, but it was crashing today because so many people were canceling their subscriptions. And they're going to do exactly what I said in my last video. When I talked about it this morning on my video, I talked about the fact that they will be picky and choosy just like I am. Okay? I'm going to be picky and choosy. And I told you exactly what my game plan is. Okay? I'm waiting for Black Ops 7 to come out. I'm going to play Ninja Gaiden, Outer Worlds 2, and Black Ops 7 on 1 month of PC Game Pass. And that's it. When I'm done, as soon as December hits, ho, 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 you can piss off.
Yeah!
I've got all those other games that I'm going to be playing. Tons of games I'm going to be playing. Black Ops, or Battlefield, those 3 games I mentioned from Xbox, plus Battlefield, Silent Hill 2, Little Nightmares 3. Did I say Silent Hill 4? Silent Hill F, Battlefield, Ghost of Yotai, tomorrow, right? Little Nightmares. Borderlands. I'm not even, like I've barely touched the tip of the iceberg in Borderlands. I think I'm level 19 3/4 or whatever the hell it is. So like I'm barely even touched that. Like I mean I've touched it obviously, but pause. But you know I'm enjoying the hell out of the game or whatever else. I just don't have a lot of time to do it. And when news drops like this, I was gonna game tonight with the community. I swear to God, I was gonna be like, I talked to a few people. I'm like, yo, listen, check it out. Thursday for sure. I think I'm gonna be doing some Borderlands. Let's get the community together. We get Xbox players out there, get some PC players out there. Get some PlayStation players. Let's get together, man. Let's have some fun. Let's do some rotating squads on like Borderlands and have some fun. Then all of a sudden this dropped. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't play games tonight. We needed to talk about this, and we really do. Back to the casuals. When you lose the casuals, you've lost you've got a big problem on your hands. Because once again, as I told you earlier in the stream, the bread and butter of PlayStation is actually not their first party and not their third party deals and all that horse shit. That's just to get you in the door. Everything else is all about the microtransactions from those free-to-play games. Makes them billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Why do you think when they talked about it, when What's-His-Face talked about it, and he's like, listen, if we release 10 games and 2 of them are successful, that's all we need because it finances the other 8 games that come out. But what it does is it brings more people into the ecosystem. Why? Because it gets you into the store so that you can buy your Beavis and Butthead skins. 85%, 84% of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 purchases were made on PlayStation. So every time someone bought Cheech and Chong, Cardi B's thong, Art the Clown, Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, Peter Griffin, whatever. You know what I mean? For all the people that bought that stuff and they're on the PlayStation Store and they're playing all that stuff on Sony takes 30% of that. They also take 30% of the sale of Black Ops, right? And so when you have made 84% of sales of that game on the PlayStation, plus you get that 30% from the sale of the game, plus 30% of every single skin, every single battle pass, every single loot box, everything else, they collect that. Why do you think Sony was so freaked out about the ABK deal when they were in trial? They were so freaked out about it because they're like, dude, we need Call of Duty. Call of Duty is like, you know what I'm saying? Voyager, it's never enough. I'll tell you when it's enough.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
I love you, Voyager. You're awesome. Fuzzy Tomato, I will do my best to play all those games in 1 month. Call of Duty, I destroy Call of Duty. I get in there and I just kick ass and I just do my thing, whatever. Outer Worlds, I could do that too. I play it. Ninja Gaiden, I'm not really sure about. Because Ninja Gaiden Outer Worlds 2, I didn't like Outer Worlds 1. I played it, didn't enjoy it. Ninja Gaiden is so freaking hard, but I really love it. I really love the Ninja Gaiden games. And I've always liked them, all the way back from the 360 days. I didn't play on the original Xbox because I never owned an original Xbox. I started my Xbox journey on the 360. I never started on the original. I was still playing PS2 in those days. So there's that. But anyways, the point is, like I said before, you do it all that. Now, when you raise the prices of Game Pass back up to $30, those casuals that are now playing on the PlayStation or whatever else, you're not going to attract anybody over there for that kind of money. So, but if they're also keeping very busy on that PlayStation side of things, that is where you're going to find yourself in a situation where they are not going to, it doesn't matter if you offer the screen. Like I bought a new monitor, all right, for gaming. Okay, whatever it was, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, I bought this brand new beautiful monitor, whatever. I turned it on, and you know what the first thing it said? Play this and that or whatever on Xbox Game Pass, no console required. That's what it said right when I turned on the monitor. I'm like, what the fuck is all this? And they were advertising Game Pass right on there, which is great. I mean, great marketing. Xbox is not known for great marketing, let's face it.
Yeah! Fire! What?
The whole marketing team should be fired. But whatever. Maybe not fired, just reprimanded. Give them a pizza party, but only allow them to have pepperoni. No other variations. No vegetarian, no cheese pizza, no deluxe. You only get pepperoni. Until you smarten up. I'm just kidding. Anyways, all joking aside, it showed up right up in there. Okay, I'm like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that. It says right on the monitor, no console required. It was telling you all that jazz. But for $30 a month, you're like, whoa. I could wait for a Black Friday sale and literally buy a AAA game for like $30. What the fuck are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? If you haven't played Assassin's Creed Shadow, I can bet you my bottom dollar that on Black Friday of this year, you could buy that for $30 on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation, whatever console, right? So you look at that and you'd be like, well, they got this big AAA banger game here that I could play for 100 hours, or I could subscribe to this service for 1 month for $30. What? I would 100% buy the game. And there's going to be other games in there too as well. You probably get Doom for $20 by now. Maybe not $20. I'm just being facetious, but you know what I'm saying. We got Aero Nation dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He says, I think they're pivoting towards mobile. Ugh, god damn it. The business model doesn't work otherwise, and yet it's another Xbox rake.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Get out. Thank you, Aero Nation. It is another rake. Right to the face. So the point is, you've got it right there. I don't even need an Xbox console. I got an Xbox controller right in front of my face, right? And I'm like, cool. $30. For me, $38.62, by the way. I'm like, no thanks. I'll just buy a game. And the other thing is, too, that if you don't have the FOMO situation going on, let's just say you don't have the FOMO, okay? And you don't really give a shit. And Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out. It'll be discounted in 6 months anyway. You could buy it for cheaper than you would have paid for, well, not cheaper, but maybe like a month and a half worth of Game Pass. You could probably buy Black Ops 7 in 6 months. If you don't have the FOMO for it, you don't really care about it, you'll be fine. The online community will still be playing, so you'll have plenty of people to play with. It's not like there's a shortage of people to play Call of Duty with. Call of Duty continue, even though I'm not looking forward to Black Ops 7, I don't think it looks good. It's still going to carry a shitload of people, and it's going to make billions of dollars. Let's not lie to ourselves, okay? This is not a fanboy channel. Let's not lie to ourselves. Let's talk, common sense here. Call of Duty is going to continue to make billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And that's all there is to it. I'm just saying, from my point of view, what I've seen, I did not find interesting at all. I look at Black Ops 6, I look at Battlefield 6, and I'm like, y'all can't come out soon enough. You can't come out soon enough. Ryan Hodgson, come on, man. He goes, Mag, how many left nuts you got to bet? I'm like the chick from Total Recall. I have 3 nuts. Just so you know. Xbox's King has entered the chat. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. You weren't on my last MAGGcast. Where the hell you been? Actually, Xbox's King is funny. I was actually going to talk about that. That was going to be the last thing I was talking about in this subject, because this wasn't going to be like a 2.5 hour stream. It was just going to be something to get all my thoughts and feelings out there. I just want to talk about it. And of course, I want to hear what you guys think about all that, right? Is that someone reached out to me. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to embarrass him. However, I will read everything that he said. I'm not going to tell you who he works for, but I'm sure you guys can guess. But I will read what he said to me verbatim. Okay? So he said, the Xbox cloud gaming is built on Azure. This is what he sent to me this morning after the news dropped. Azure, including bandwidth. I want you guys all to listen to this, okay? There's going to be a quiz afterwards, all right? He said, Azure, including bandwidth, often fall in the range of $8 to over $30 per user per month for the infrastructure alone in operational costs. Add the cost of the contracts for Game Pass content, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, Classics, etc. Is $30 sub price actually ripping off people once the operating costs are factored into the conversation? Okay, now he also clarified, he goes, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I want you to see what the other side of the coin is and what's happening. This is obviously, this person that I speak to is obviously definitely working for a certain somebody. And so we all know that he knows exactly what's going on. But I countered with this. And this is something that I want to talk about with you guys. I want to counter with this. If your operational costs for cloud are so high and I don't fucking want it, why am I being forced to pay for something that I don't want? You've locked Black Ops 7 behind a paywall that and features and services I don't want. You tried to sweeten the deal and it didn't work for you. And I know it didn't work for you because I saw the reactions when that poor girl had to do that announcement video this morning on Twitter. And I watched it. I'm going, oh my God, this poor girl had to stand up there and smile. I don't want Fortnite crew. I don't play Fortnite. I don't want Ubisoft Plus Classics. Why? Because I'm already getting it on the PlayStation. So I didn't need that either. I don't play on cloud. Don't give a shit about the cloud. All I wanted to do is play Black Ops 7. But now you've locked it behind all these features that I don't want, forcing me to do that. You know what that sounds like? Folks, anybody in North America out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You sound like a cable company. You sound like a cable company that's trying to sell me ESPN. And I'm like, I just want to watch the baseball game, okay? I have TSN up here in Canada, Sports Center or whatever, right? But anyway, I want to watch the ball game, okay? I want to watch the Blue Jays annihilate whoever they're going to be playing next, whether it's the Yankees or the Red Sox, right? I want to watch my Buffalo Bills. But I don't want to subscribe to your 9 other channels that come in that block. You know what I mean? What are we talking about here? It's the same as the cable companies. So you know what I do? If I don't have access to like whatever game, Because I know like in Canada, CTV and some of those other stations that are like basic cable channels, whatever, they'll show all the Buffalo Bills games because it's extremely popular, and of course they get tons of views because we're literally right next to the U.S. border, right? So Buffalo is literally 2 hours from my house, so it's right there. I can drive down to the Buffalo game or whatever else. But a lot of people especially on the border side of things, even on the Canadian side, tons of people watch the Buffalo Bills. It's basically the Canadian American team. You know what I'm saying? So the point is that you're giving me something that I don't want. I never asked for any of this shit. And now when I told him, I said, I understand what you're saying. I understand about what you're talking about, how much the Azure cloud costs per person and this is all part of the infrastructure and it's all part of the breakdown of the cost. It's very expensive to run the cloud. Absolutely correct. Does the customer give a shit how much it costs, or do they care that the service that they were utilizing just went up 50%? They're only going to care about the fact that the price went up 50%. So whether it's the casuals or even the majority of hardcore are going to say, absolutely not. I don't care what the cloud costs. And that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. I'll read my response actually verbatim. I said, the problem at the end of the day is not justifying the cost. It's the reaction of the paying customer. And they're in deep shit in that regard. And that's what I said today. So, yes, he's 100% correct, and obviously I will respect his opinion. That's what we do here. We are allowed to agree to disagree nicely. That's what we do. However, I countered with the fact that the average paying customer doesn't care about the infrastructure cost. You offered a service. You've given us that service. Wonderful. Some people are happy with it. Some people are not, or whatever. But the thing is, people are still there and they're utilizing that service and whatever else, and they get used to a certain price. Sure, it goes up just like Netflix, just like Amazon Prime, just like Hulu and everything else, and Disney Plus. They all go up incrementally. We all get that. We understand what's going on there. Some of it is greed. Some of it is inflation. Some of it is just rising production costs, all that kind of stuff. I get all that. I mean, it costs you almost $500 million to make the Acolyte for like Disney Plus. Someone's paying for that. You know what I'm saying? So, we're all going to be paying for that at the end of the day somehow. But to make a 50% egregious jump like that is so shocking to the system, the average paying customer doesn't give a rat's ass what the cost of the Azure cloud is, even if they have no intention or the intention to utilize that product. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Xbox's King is very chatty in here. What is he saying? Thank you, Colin Prime. Make a separate cloud tier. So you're just going to throw away all of Game Pass and go pay $90 a game, play a game? Okay, makes sense, bro. Yeah, it does make sense. If you were here earlier in the show when you should have been... You should have been here earlier. What I talked about. Yeah, exactly. Grandpa Barbecue. Hey, Grandpa Barbecue. I didn't even say hi to you yet, dude. Sorry. My apologies. He said Xbox is king. Day and date games are only on Ultimate, none of the lower tiers. Yeah, you've put it all. It's only on that one tier that has gone up 50%. It absolutely makes sense for me that I will buy my games piecemeal because if I decide to do that, or I just wait till they're on the service, and then I'll subscribe for 1 month or two, and then that's it, and then just be off with it and wait till the next round of games come out. But I'm not going to pay month after month after month after month. I fell for that shit for far too long, paying for Game Pass month after month after month. How was 2022, folks? How was 2022? That didn't seem like a good time to me. Was it a good time for you?
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Get out. I paid for Game Pass for almost that whole year, and then I said, what am I paying for?
This is Sparta.
Right off a cliff, I kicked it. I said, no. And I told her, I said, right on XNC with Colt Eastwood. I'm like, Colt, I'm unsubscribed. I'm not going back for a long time. Fuck them. Like, what am I paying for month after month, and I'm not even playing the games? I was playing third-party games. I was playing PlayStation games. The John Travolta meme. Hey, look. What was I playing? 2022, 2023, nothing. 2021, they had a banger year. I'll give them that. They won Publisher of the Year that year. Remember that. So before you think I'm constantly shitting on Xbox tonight, I'm not. I'm not. If you listen carefully, use the noodle. I've actually praised them quite a bit. 2025 was a banger year for Game Pass. Absolutely banger year for Game Pass. Great games came out this year on Game Pass. 2021 was a fantastic year as well. They won Publisher of the Year that year. They also released the best game of the of the series generation, Psychonauts 2, best game of the generation for Xbox, excuse me, to be very specific. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? See, Dark Zone, I don't use PS Plus for PS Plus. I use the lowest end of PS Plus just to play online. That's really it. And as long as they keep that in a reasonable range, that's what they... But the thing is, Game Pass, you're not really... Even though you're utilizing the online features, obviously, because you're going to be playing Black Ops and stuff like that, the focus of Game Pass is the games. PS Plus, the focus is not the games. It's basically still like Xbox Live. They charge more. Of course they do. Do they release games? Absolutely they do. I downloaded Psychonauts 2 just the other day for free on PS Plus. It's great. So now I'm going to play it on PlayStation, as well as I played... I got 1,000 of that on Xbox. I will get the Platinum on PlayStation. I love that game. You know, they also added Hogwarts Legacy a while ago. I think Xbox Game Pass released Hogwarts Legacy as well today, if I'm not mistaken. So if you haven't played Hogwarts Legacy and you're on the Xbox, do yourself a favor. Go play Hogwarts Legacy. Fantastic game. I can't wait for the sequel. So, well, that's the other thing, Aero Nation. Like he's saying, the only way the price increase makes sense is the ratio of indie to AAA in that 75 day one editions annually. Yes, I saw that they talked about that. And this is no shade against the indie developers. It really is not, because I do talk to quite a few indie developers, and they're really, really nice guys, and some of them release some great games. However, if you actually look at all the, you know what, like I said, if you follow Game Pass on the socials, and every week or every couple of weeks, like new to Game Pass, and I always stop, I click on it, enlarge it, and I read every single name. Haven't even heard a single fucking game before. I'm like, what is this? Ferry Simulator? Truck Jumper? Frogger? Or whatever. I'm like, what are these games? Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Some mobile game from South Korea. So out of those 75 games, how many AAA first-party studio games are you playing next year? Answer me in the chat. Answer me in the chat. Yeah, it was Xbox King. It was. You're going to get Gears E-Day this next year. You're going to get Forza Horizon 6. Two big effing games. Yes, Xbox is king. You're not wrong. He says, I'm old enough to remember everybody freaked out like this the last time they increased the price. Except they did it this year. $50%. That's not just like a $5. Den Solo. How you doing, buddy? Dude, Falcon, I know. Frogger's good. Listen, man, I gotta buy Frogger. It's good. I mean, I got Miss Pac-Man back there. I've got Dragon's Lair. I've got all the Street Fighters. I've got Mortal Kombat right here. I got Big Buck Hunter back there. I got Galaxian, Galaga, all that kind of shit. I need Frogger. Maybe I should get Game Pass to send me Frogger. Anyways, enough joking aside. You know.
You call yourself a man?
Call yourself a
You
man?
know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
You're not getting Halo next year. I will tell you that right now, Xbox is king. And Fable, 75% chance it gets pushed to 2027. Colt and I both heard the same thing. And we talked to people that are there. So as it stands right now, you're probably going to get Clockwork Revolution, which is not a huge game, but I'm looking forward to it very much so. I am going to play that game when there's no real rush for it. Forza Horizon 6, Gears of War E-Day. Oh! And whatever the new Call of Duty is, right? So those ones we know are coming out. They canceled Contraband. They canceled, what the hell is it called? Perfect Dark. Then you've got... State of Decay 3 is completely like MIA. I've heard nothing from the developers, nothing from the studio. Hey, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they're just buckled down, not listening to the horse shit, and they're just like, listen, man, guys, girls, block out all the noise. Let's focus on making a fantastic game. Maybe that's what they're up to. God can only hope that that's happening. You know what I mean? So I'm still holding out hope for that game, but I still don't think you're getting in 2026. And if we do, maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. I'm wrong. Let's just say it is coming out, okay? You got 5 games. Okay, let's say you got 5 games coming out this year. I just mentioned. Okay, look at the weekly fingers. You see the 5 games? What are the 70 other games you're getting? Probably some Ubisoft classics. They're gonna dump like 30 games in there, right? How many Assassin's Creed games they have? Like 18 Assassin's Creed games? You know they're going to dump them all in there. A couple of, what's it called? Ghost Recon games. You know, a couple of the other games. Remember the hacker game, whatever the fuck that was called? I can't remember the name of it. The first one was good. I liked it. The second one and the third one were not very good. Whatever the hell that game was. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, you got those games. Ubisoft's got a lot of games. They could probably dump 30 games. There you go. There's half of your that's almost half of your 75 games you're talking about right there. EA Play in there. They got a bunch of games in there too. They probably dumped like last year's sports games and whatever else in there and some other stuff. There you go. You're basically building it up. You put about another 30 plus indie games on there. There it is. It's done. There's your 75 games. Out of all those games, how many are you playing? Me? None. Or very little. If there's an indie game that actually makes a splash out there and I'm like, whatever, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to play it. Like that African Metroidvania game that came out last year. I fucking love that game. I loved it. I never even heard of that. I actually reached out to the developer. Remember, it was like one guy who was like doing it, working on the game, whatever. And I told him, I said, listen, man, I talked to him and I said, listen, man, I go, your game really touched me. The story was fantastic. I was crying by the end. I go, it was a whole like father-son thing and like how the boy was trying to, desperately reach out to his father and all this kind of stuff and whatever. And it was really touching, and I love that game. And of course, I actually love the gameplay. Great, fantastic game. High on Life 2, yeah. That's coming out as well. I forgot about that. Oh! We got Highlander Grim on a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He goes, hey, Mag, has their stock dropped because of this move? I don't know. Let's look up right now. Let's look it up. Microsoft. Ironically, their stock is up today, but obviously that has absolutely nothing to do with Xbox. I mean, their market cap is up. Everything else is up. Oh! They're up $1.76 today, 34% on the day. So no, this really didn't affect it. And why? Because Game Pass, because Xbox doesn't even make a dent into the amount of money that Microsoft is actually making. If you look at everything that's being done right now across the planet, everybody's using in one form or fashion, whether it's Outlook, whether it's their search engines, whether it's Microsoft 365 and all the other things that fall under that umbrella, of course, Microsoft Office and everything that follows under that umbrella. That's where they're making all their money, man. It's all in the services. So Highlander Grim, thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. But yes, the stock did not drop. It actually went up. Isn't that funny? Like I said, it just shows you that Xbox doesn't even make a dent into what Microsoft actually makes. It's almost like a pet project for them at this point, I think. Because like I said, they make trillions. Oh, not trillions, but they make hundreds of billions off of those other products. Xbox doesn't even show up as a blip on that radar. Right, so it's there and it does its thing and whatever else, and it also employs a lot of people and it keeps keeps the economy going because hey, if you employ thousands and thousands of people and it's profitable, and it is profitable, I know some people like to argue that shit. The Xbox division is still profitable and they're making billions of dollars and they employ a lot of people. You are helping the economy. That's a good thing. We need that. You don't want Xbox to go away. You don't. Because if Xbox goes away, a lot of things go away. Ingenuity, innovation, people's jobs, people making money and then spending that money. You get paid a 6-figure salary working at Microsoft. You're going to take your family out to dinner. Now you just paid the people that run that restaurant. You paid the people that work in that restaurant. And you put the money back into the economy, into the food industry and everything else or whatever. You go to the theater. You go to the movies. You go on vacation to Jamaica. Bombaclat. You know what I mean? You do all that kind of stuff. That's all putting that money back in the economy. So you need to keep that machine rolling. You need to keep it moving. You don't want Xbox to go away. I don't want Xbox to go away. Who the hell wants them to go away? I don't want them to go away. I just think that what they're doing in this business decision is not a good one. And I'm going to be very picky and choosy on how I decide to carry on my business with them moving forward. So I will not cut my business away from them. I will just adjust it ever so slightly because I don't have the time to give Game Pass every month because I got so many other things going on between my family, my work, my YouTube, and my gaming, and the third-party games and whatever else, and other systems games coming in. I don't have time to dedicate all that to just Game Pass. It doesn't work like that in the real world. You know what I'm saying? At least not for my real world, when I've got all these different things, all these moving parts happening at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to wait. I'll wait till the fall. I'll be like, all right, you know what? I'll dedicate this month to basically all Xbox. It'll be Xbox for like this whole month or maybe 2 months. Maybe I'll do 2 months and be like, all right, 2 months, Xbox, you got my full attention. I'm going to play all these games that you released, a bunch of big bangers. We'll play with the community, having a good time, this and that. You know what I mean? We'll chainsaw each other to death in Gear Z Day and all kinds of whatever shit. And then on and on and on and on and on and on. Fable I'm buying on PlayStation only because I game share with my wife. And when I game share with my wife, she doesn't have an Xbox anymore. So why would I buy it for her, or why would I play it on Game Pass and then have to rebuy it for PlayStation so she can play it? No. I'm going to buy it once. What the hell is Microsoft? Microsoft doesn't give a shit where I buy it. They get their 70% cut for doing nothing. Sony gets 30% just because I showed up and bought it in their store. So I'm going to buy it there so that I can play it and she can play it at the same time because she's no longer an Xbox gamer. Right? So there you go. You know what I mean? But those other games, I'll play them. Or maybe I'll buy them. Maybe I'll buy them. Maybe I'll buy Forza Horizon 6. I don't know yet. We got to see how the reviews are. We got to see how things go. I might just buy it outright. Because as it stands, for what we actually know, I know Blade is somewhere in the mix. I know it's out there somewhere. But as it stands for 2026, the two big games that I'm going to be playing from Xbox are going to be Forza Horizon 6 and Gear Z Day. Those are 100% guaranteed games coming out in 2026. As it stands beyond that, I'm not sure. So we're just going to have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. We got a whole bunch of super chats I almost missed here, guys. Thank you so much. Otacon Ocelot.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Get in there and fight. Otacon Ocelot drops a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. And he says, I've been claiming every monthly game on PlayStation Plus since its inception. 1,100 titles. Holy shit. And they won't be taken away as long as I keep the base PlayStation Plus. There you go. Smart consumer. Wise, my friend. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It's amazing. Xbox is king. He's like, you should have seen me and Fonz going at it today too. Oh, Xbox, I would have fucking paid to see that. I couldn't keep up with everybody today. Listen, man, and listen, before anybody takes all this shit way too seriously, you should know me by now. We're all just gamers here having a good time, and we all have our own opinions about how we like to do things or whatever. If you're a hardcore Xbox and you're like, I love this, I'm not going to get rid of it, dude, go do it. I will never criticize you for that, ever. Are you having fun? Yes. Well, then enjoy. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. It just so happens that a shitload of people agree with me. El Nini, Bill's Mafia. What's up, baby? We going 5-0 or we going 5-0? I think so. We got another $5 super chat from Otacon Ocelot. Thank you so much, my friend. My goodness, the generosity has been overwhelming for me today, man. Thank you so much. He says, Game Pass takes games off their service all the time, and when they eventually bury Xbox, where they're going to do it in South Mexico next to ET, and he goes, when they eventually bury Xbox, you've been renting for years and never own a game at all. That is also very, very true. You know, I thought about that. Thank you so much, Otacon Ocelot, for the two $5 super chats, man. I really appreciate that. And of course,
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
welcome to hell. Thank you for joining the MAGGcast tonight, everybody. Matty Beast, what's up, dude? Sorry, I just saw your name fly by. There's a lot of people there. It's hard for me to keep up on this. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, right. In regards to Otacon Ocelot's super chat there when he was talking about you'll never own a game at all, I thought about that with, like, for example, Spotify. Okay? Like, I curate my own Spotify playlists. I mean, I have the ones that, like, you know, I go to the reggae one and, like, you know, reggae hits, or I go to, like, the, you know, summer 2025 hits when all the girls come over because they want to listen to fucking Sabrina Carpenter or whatever. And so I got that on there and all the other ones that are already curated from other people, right? But then I made my own list. Like, for example, I did a 90s house and techno mix of all the shit that I used to listen to in the nightclubs when I used to go to the nightclubs in the 90s. What is love? Baby, don't hurt. You know what I mean? Like the shit like that. And so I curated a 7.5 hour playlist of all the 90s house and techno music from the 90s that I used to go, like I said, in the nightclubs when I was in my 20s and shit, and whatever else. We still listen to them now when we party, except it's a bunch of drunk 50-year-olds just dancing around in the backyard. But either way, it don't matter. The point is that what if Spotify goes away one day? How the fuck am I supposed to remember every single song and where am I ever going to get them again? I would have to start curating lists on YouTube. Right? So I think about that. I'm like, I literally own none of this. So I have all these lists, all these songs, everything that I love and this and that. And I feel like I own it, right? When I get into the car, Spotify's already there. It's on my phone. It's on, you know, it's on my Bluetooth speaker. It's on my my Alexa, whatever the hell it's called upstairs, the big Alexa thing that moves around and follows you and shit. I got all the playlists on there as well and whatever. Right? And I've grown accustomed to owning it per se. What if Spotify just goes belly up one day and says, yep, we're done. You know, all the artists are suing us, whatever. It's not worth the fight, blah, 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 blah. Whatever happens. I'm just making shit up, right? What if that all happens? I lost everything. All the things that I thought I owned, I literally own nothing. So where do I go from there? I'm like, holy shit, I just lost every playlist, every song. I don't even remember half the song. I don't even remember half the names of the songs. I don't know the artists. I just know the songs. How would I find all that again? To me, in my feeble, old-ass mind, stupid mind.
This is you are an idiot.
You know what I mean?
You don't know anything. You don't know squat, you stupid idiot.
An old idiot like me, what am I going to do? I'm going to forget all that shit. I'm going to be like, I'm never going to hear that song again. Right? Think about that. Game Pass is no different. I mean, there's not as many games as there are songs on Spotify. I'm just using it as an example of what happens when you essentially rent. You know what I mean? Netflix, same thing. You know, if Netflix one day went belly up, where am I ever going to see, like, what if I ever decided to go back and watch Stranger Things again one day? Where am I going to find that? I have to go to, like, a Walmart and, like dig around, like, a bin to see if I could find, like, a box set or something. I don't know. I'd have to go to the high seas and, like, download it from Pirate Bay. I don't know. Whatever. It's something to think about. Like I said, it's not like a deal breaker or anything like that, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we like to think about stuff. I act like a jackass on the show or whatever. But I try to invoke thought and critical thinking, you know, with all the angles and all the things that I like to talk about. And that's why I like to listen to everybody. When people say, why do you listen to Dreamcast Guy? And I'm like, because he has things to say. He has an angle, and I want to hear it. Why do you listen to Mr. Boomstick? He's an Xbox fanboy. And I'm like, well, actually, he's not. He's shit all over them all morning. I mean, he loves Xbox. I mean, he's a big Xbox fan, whatever else. I said, but he spent the whole morning shitting all over them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, first of all, he's my friend. You know, we talk personally, privately, well beyond that, the wives and everything else. We, like, you know what I mean? We're family. Boom and I are family. But I listen to his shows and he may have differing opinions than me. And the reason why I listen to him is because he has a different angle, so that helps curate my thoughts by listening to all angles. If you only listen to one side, you're just in a fucking echo chamber. And that goes for everything. Politics, that goes for religion, that goes for social studies, that goes for video games, movies, music, whatever. You're just living in an echo chamber, and that's fine too if you want to do that, but you know, that's not critical thinking. Critical thinking is when you listen to everything and then take all that information and make an educated thought, or even if it's just a provoke thought. That's exactly what it's all about. And that's something that I always hold dear in this channel as well. Danny Passion drops up $2 super chat. Nice. Thank you so much, Danny Passion. He says Microsoft Rewards points can't be used to buy Game Pass. That is sort of true and not true. And let me tell you why, Danny Passion. They're not letting you directly buy the Game Pass months like they were before. What they're forcing you to do, which is another slimeball move, is that you have to buy the gift cards. So what ends up happening is you actually have to spend more buying the gift card than what you would spend for, for just being able to pay for the 1 month.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
Stupid move. Stupid.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
It's not
I make
fucking
you
funny,
laugh.
Microsoft.
I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What
not
the
a-
fuck is so funny about
not
me?
funny.
Tell me what's funny.
It's not funny. But anyways, Danny Passion, that's, you could do that. You could still buy gift cards and utilize it for Game Pass, but it's going to cost you more to do so. So in a roundabout way, they're finding more ways even to squeeze an extra $1 out of you or $2 out of you. I don't like that as well. It's a stupid thing for them to do, especially considering that this egregious price increase happened on top of that. So, they're not helping each other. Like, I don't know how many rakes you can step on in 1 year, but I think they're breaking a Guinness Book of World Records. My God. But either way, anyways, let's carry on. Falcon 784. My brother, how you doing, man? He says, for $2 US, he says, if Xbox goes away, who's going to step... He says, who's going to step on a rake? Listen, they're not going away, okay? Let's get that absolutely clear right now. They're not going anywhere. They're going to still be around to, to do their thing or whatever. It's like I said like 10 minutes ago, it's a profitable business. It's still going to be making a lot of money doing what they're doing and whatever else. And they're still going to step on rakes. They're going to make money, but they're still going to step on rakes. That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? That is what they do. And you know what I think it is? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that these guys are so big as a company that the problem is that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is always doing. Trust me, I work for a large corporation that is literally stretches out across all of North America, 350 locations, that kind of thing, whatever, right? And as a result of that, nobody knows what the hell's going on. I go on a Teams call and everybody's fucking lost, bro. Nobody knows what's happening. And I sit there and I always get in trouble too. I'm like, am I the only one who knows what's going on? Like, I do my research, I look into stuff and like, okay, today we're talking about this, and this, right? Fill in the blanks. And I'm like, all right. So I check it out, I look into it, I write some shit down, I sit down at the computer, turn on my Microsoft Teams, whatever, and we start talking. And I'm the only one who knows what's going on. I got market heads who are making like $50,000 more a year than me. Some guys making $100,000 more than me have no idea where the fuck they are. Like deer in headlights.
This is Sparta!
Right off a cliff. That's what I want to do to some of these people.
Listen.
Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Get out. You don't think Microsoft runs the exact same way? They have no idea what's going on. There's so many executives working in their place that have no idea what the hell's going on. So when they try to get all this stuff, you remember when there was the Xbox Live increase a couple of years ago? Remember that? And they did that, and then everybody had an uproar. And you know what's really crazy? Do you know that Phil Spencer didn't even know about it? And he freaked out. And then, of course, they reversed it the same night. You guys remember that? That whole drama that happened? Yeah, that was a whole thing. And he freaked out. And I know he did because I spoke to people who were in the office with him. He was livid. He had no idea that what this was going on. He's like, who approved this? And whatever else. And then they reversed it and whatever else. And the rest is history, right? Remember that? I did two podcasts back-to-back that night with Noof Nukem and Titan Drago. We left, went offline, and then they dropped the news. We went back online, did another 2 hours. We were there till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was hilarious. But anyways, they don't always know what's going on. So, yes, Falcon, they will continue to step on rakes one way or another. All the companies are going to do it in one way or another. Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, they're all going to step on rakes. It just seems to be a specialty for Microsoft. But either way, there you go, my friend. Thank you again for the $2 super chat, brother. I appreciate it. We got Aero Nation dropping another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. And he says, Xbox. Thank you, Aero Nation. Huge supporter of the Mag Show. Thank you so much, my friend.
Fight, maggot.
Xbox has an ongoing identity crisis. Yep, that's absolutely fact. And can't commit to things long term. The term too big to fail doesn't apply here. Absolutely. They are not going, but however, thank you so much, Aero Nation, once again. Thank you. I appreciate that. And of course, Aero Nation being one of the biggest sponsors of the Mag Show, he gets the air horns.
Do not come.
He gets all of it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Thank you so much, Aero Nation. Listen, to answer that super chat, the term too big to fail doesn't apply here. Listen, the company's not going to fail. Xbox as a division is not going to fail. They're going to continue to change and alter and move and this and that or whatever to however it's going to work for them. The company, the actual Xbox division is not going to go away unless something insanely drastic happen. However, I don't see that happening. I do see that the company will continue to move forward and do what they continue to do. They're going to make billions of dollars. Like I said, they employ thousands of people and they're still going to whatever. They're still going to be able to buy their, country homes in Malibu and all that horse shit. Whatever, right? Phil Spencer could buy a 6th car. And Satya could buy another castle in the Netherlands. I don't know, wherever the hell. But anyway, the point is that the Sousa, stop it. That's funny. They're not going to go away. What's going to happen is that their business model is going to keep changing, adjusting, getting more expensive, cutting more things out, doing whatever they need to do to continue to survive and move on, because that's exactly what's going to happen. However, they're not going to go away. Like I said, unless something insanely drastic happened and all of a sudden Satya calls for like DEFCON 5, that's it. It's over. The sirens are in. The bombs are dropping. Whatever. It's not going to happen. But I don't see that happening. However, I see them adjusting the business models. Now, I can tell you this, guys. I can tell you this. And I've been saying this for a long time now. I would expect, and this is just a suspicion, okay? You could call me wrong. You can call me an asshole. Okay? You could say you're an idiot. You could say anything you want.
This is Sparta!
Kick me off a cliff. That's fine. Kick me off the cliff. It's fine. Call me an idiot, whatever else. I personally think that the next Xbox console in 2027 is not going to be made by Microsoft. It's going to be made by a third-party company, and it's just going to be the Xbox, whatever, ecosystem program, whatever the hell you want to call it, is going to be built into the system. I think they're done building hardware. And I think that was like sort of self-evident with the Asus ROG Ally and the Ally X. I think that will continue to move forward as to be their plan of action as they're slowly cutting costs and getting away from becoming a traditional console. I think that Asus is just, whether they continue with Asus or somebody else, I don't know. I'm just saying that is my suspicion. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. We got Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat dropping a gifted member to Guess Who 107. Well, Guess Who 107, you are now a member of the Mag Show. You are now officially a maggot.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Welcome to hell, Guess Who 107. Thank you so much. You're a maggot now. Get in the trenches, and you get fighting. Get out there and get fighting. Thank you so much. And of course, like I said, Guess Who, now that you remember the channel, thank you so much, Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. I really appreciate you, brother. You were also a monster supporter of this channel from day one. And I can't do this without you guys, man. Can't do this without you. So Guess Who, you now have obviously emojis. You will get early access to my cooking videos, of which I am going to be launching that video by this weekend, probably by Sunday. So members will actually get the, you'll get my, Guess Who, you now have access to my cooking video at least a day early. And also I have a members only Discord that is up and running and a lot of fun. So get your ass over there, Guess Who. You're now part of the Discord as well, if you care to be. Look at this. We got Fonz Gaming. The fraud extraordinaire has joined the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Should we Spartan kick him off the cliff? Should we do it? Should we Spartan kick him off the cliff?
This is Sparta!
Off the cliff you go! How you doing, Fonz? I love you, buddy. And he says, fuck what Xbox is doing. Hey, your opinion matters too, man. everybody's opinion matters too. Whether you love Xbox or whether you're telling them that they say that the fuck what Xbox is doing, all opinions are welcome here at the Mag Show. Every single last one of them, man. Hideki Whole Slate Nishino. It's a fantastic name. Dude, where do you even get that name? I love that. That's a great name, man. Fuck, are you serious? He's saying the video is worth more than Microsoft is now because of AI. That's insane. That's insane. Anyways, I think I've exhausted everything I wanted to say here. Does anybody else have any thoughts in the comments you want to get out there before I head out for the night, man? Sorry, Fonz, you came so late, dude. I was already on here for like an hour and 40 minutes. But, yeah, here we are. So if anybody, let me know in the comments if there's anything else you wanted to talk about. Little Evil in the chat, he's saying PlayStation just released a revised Slim with lower storage and lower quality parts, but kept the price the same. They're all greedy. Yes, they are. Let me tell you something. Someone said to me in the chat today, I believe his name, not in the chat, excuse me. It was on Twitter today. His name is Christ is King. That's the guy's name. And Christ is King said to me, he goes, Mag, you're one of the only real ones out there who's just saying your thoughts like it is, and you're not really defending it. You're not whatever. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not here to defend a corporation. I'm here, and I always will be for you guys. I know that sounds really fucking cheesy and like cringe, as the kids say. I'm not being cheesy or cringe. I'm being 100% authentic. I'm here for you guys. And I will always defend the customer because I'm a customer. I don't work for Microsoft. I don't work for Sony. I don't work for Nintendo of America. I work for me. I sound like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. I fight for me. You know what I mean? I work for me. And so it's my money. Well, however I want to spend my money, I should be allowed to do it without any form of persecution or ridicule. And you should all do the same. So therefore, as someone who is also in the trenches as a customer, I will always defend the customer because I'm one of you. The corporation means nothing to me. And at the end of the day, if you must know, the corporation, you mean nothing to them, which is the wrong attitude to take as well, because I can tell you this right now, when they say things that, you know, when the way that they act and they say like, well, they really don't give a shit about what you think and this and that, because they know you'll do this. We actually have the power, not them. It is us. We control them. We decide what they do. Why? Because we're the ones paying for those products. We're the ones talking about it. We're the ones, you know, subscribing to services. We're the ones giving them those billions of dollars. It's obviously not just one of us that's doing it or two of us. Obviously, it's millions and millions of us that accumulate into that, you know, into what basically that money pot that actually goes to them or whatever and makes them who they are. However, at the end of the day, we're the ones who have the say. So if you don't agree with what's going on, you will be defended by me 100% saying, hey, man, I back you up 100%. I agree with you. And even if you do agree with, and let's say you like it, let's say you like this Game Pass thing, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I have no problem with it or whatsoever. I will back you up too. And I say, I don't agree with you. I personally don't agree with you, but you have the right to say it. And I will defend that as well. You know what I'm saying? And I will defend your right to say that. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to agree to disagree about a lot of things in the world. Otherwise, if there wasn't that case, the NFL would have one football team. Yay, the one team. The Super Bowl would just be the one team standing on the field if we all agreed about the same thing. Wouldn't that be the case? Why are there, 30 plus teams in the MLB? Or, 30 plus teams in the Premier League in England? Or Serie A in Italy? Or the NHL or whatever. And all these different things. I can think of a million different things. If we all liked the same thing, then there would only be one team to play. We all have our preferences. But we all should respect each other for all those things, right? And so whether you love this or hate this, for me, it doesn't affect... Listen, it doesn't affect me in like a way where I'm like going to be like, oh my God, my life is over. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to roll in the grass and scream. Like, I don't really give a shit. I'm just not going to subscribe. And that's my right as a customer. And if I want to say fuck them, I can say fuck them. I have the right to do that. And I'm not going to subscribe. I'm going to subscribe. When Black Ops 7 comes out, I'm going to play the hell out of it. And Outer Worlds 2 and what's it called? Ninja Gaiden? That's it. Then I'm unsubscribing. As a customer who's going to be playing a lot of third-party and PlayStation games next year for the first half of the year, the second half of the year when Xbox comes back to some games, then I will go back to them and I'll give them my hard-earned money and I will play those great games that they're going to offer me. That's what I'm going to do. Because I don't, like I said before, I don't think Forza or E-Day are coming out anything before September. I don't believe that. So therefore, if they're doing something that I'm not really interested in, why would I force myself to pay for something because I want to support it? What the fuck is that? That doesn't make any sense. That's like for you guys in the chat. That's like for you guys to send a super chat and support a channel of a dude you fucking hate. Well, I'm just supporting him. Why? If you hate it, you don't like the show, you don't like what? Exactly. Thank you, El Nini. That's the beauty of a free market. We vote with our wallets. Exactly. But that's not the problem, dude. We do have the right, and we do vote with our wallets, El Nini. The problem is the discourse around it is what I have the issue with. I have the issue with people going after you. Like, for example, El Nini, if you go on Twitter tomorrow and you say, I'm never touching Game Pass again, you're going to have people saying, hell yeah, dude. And then right under that, you're going to have a bunch of fucking smooth-brained ass fuckers who are going to come on there and start going, you're a piece of shit, and start insulting you and saying all these horrible fucking things. Excuse my language. Sorry, I get really mad sometimes about that shit because it really makes me mad. It really makes me mad. Because people are they got those horse blinders on for whatever they believe in. I don't care what it is. Right? They get these horse blinders on. And like I said, it's for everything. Religion, politics, social media, video games, movies, TV shows. If I say a TV show is great, I'm like, yeah, it's a great show. And some guy who doesn't like the show will call me an asshole because I don't. Why would you have to insult me because I like the show? Just say, all right, you like the show. That's cool. I didn't like it, or whatever. I watched 4 episodes and I thought it was shit. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool, whatever. I'm like, well, to each their own. What do you like? Oh, I really like Reacher. Okay, cool. I like Reacher too. Oh, okay. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, El Nini. It's not about that you don't have the right to do that. We do have the right to vote with our wallet. We do that every single day, and we will continue to have it. The problem that I have is with people in the community, with the discourse around it, going after people, insulting them, threatening them, and otherwise, that doesn't make any sense to me. And that's what I have a problem with. And that's why I fought so hard to keep that out of my channel. You know what I'm saying? I fought so hard to keep that out of my channel, and I will continue to. I had people on my video where I was talking about the ROG Xbox Ally X and the prices and stuff like that. And I said, okay, guys, the prices are revealed. Here it is. And I presented all the information. And I said, listen, this product is not for me. I said, I'm not paying $1,500 for a product that I don't plan on using because I game at home. I don't travel for work. I actually don't travel a whole lot in general. So, you know what I mean? It's like, so it's not really a product for me. I had these asshats in the comments, obviously hardcore stans, coming after me saying all this stupid shit, saying I'm going on an angry rant and this and that. I said, actually, I didn't go on an angry rant. I just was like, I was just saying it's not for me. If you watch the video, you could see that I'm not angry at all. I just talk about how I'm not interested in the product, and I said it doesn't work for me. I said, but I had a ton of maggots in the comment section, of course, in the DMs, and of course, the members-only Discord, who said, Mag, I ordered 2, I ordered 1. And I'm like, awesome. I'm like, do me a favor, take pictures, take some videos, send them to me. I want to see how it plays. I want to see how things are going. Let me know whatever. I'm super happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy. Enjoy gaming and have a great time with it or whatever else. But it's just not for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. So some of the people that came out and like threatened me saying, oh, I banned them from the channel. Fuck you. Goodbye.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Choir boy.
Out. Because I'm not going to have that here. So, you know. And it's not a difference of opinion. A difference of opinion is one thing, and that's one thing that I celebrate and actually, you know, I protect that here on this channel. And I will always do that. But when you threaten me and say horrible things about me or whatever else, that's not a difference of opinion. You're just being a fucking idiot. And you will be banned here. The maggots will eat you alive.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
That's what happens.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown.
Yeah, am I a clown?
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me?
Yeah, tell me. Tell me, Brap, what's so funny? We got the Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. How you doing out there, buddy? Listen, man, this might be one of the few times that you've actually been here live on the show, so I just want to let you know, when you're on the Mag Show...
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Welcome to hell, Brap. You've entered the you've entered the trenches of the Mag Show. Thank you so much. I'm trying to leave the show, and I'm trying to cut it off, but then you guys are so awesome, and you guys are talking about such cool things in the chat, and everybody's... Oh, trust me, human people do threaten me all the time. You know when, can I tell you guys something? And I know some of you guys already know this, some of you don't. When I first started reporting about Project Latitude in December of 2023, can you imagine it's been that long since I've heard about it? I got death threats. Literally death threats. From Xbox fans. Can you believe that? That's a true story. That's a true story.
This is Sparta!
Right off a cliff. But it's a true story.
You call yourself a man?
You call yourself a
You
man?
know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Yeah. It's true. Like, you see how crazy that is? You see how crazy that is? And that's why I said I promised myself, and I'm like, I didn't even launch the channel till January of this year. When I did, though, I was very careful. And I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have all, you know, like I said, I'm allowed to have my opinion. It's my fucking show. All right? And I told people who come after me like idiots. I'm like, listen, dude, if you want to talk to me, it's fine. We can talk. We can have agreements or disagreements. We can even debate subjects, whatever. Go grab a microphone. Go grab a microphone and a pair of headphones, and you can come out here and talk. If not...
Yeah!
Brap, why am I going to be wearing Bill's gear now? It's a Wednesday night, dude. It's spooky season. It's the 1st of October. So if anybody knows me, which you guys are all slowly knowing who I am as a person or whatever else, I am a huge collector of horror t-shirts. And not horror t-shirts. Hey, Nate Dogg. How you doing, buddy? Not horror t-shirts. Horror t-shirts. And I have every slasher you could possibly imagine. I got Chucky shirts, Jason shirts, Freddy Krueger. I even have Hannibal Lecter. I've got Art the Clown, Michael Myers, Pinhead. I've got everything you could possibly imagine from all the slashers. But the one I was missing, and my wife got it for me today, right in time for October 1st, I was missing, you guessed it, folks, Pennywise the Clown. I got a new shirt today. Here it is. Look. I got a new Pennywise the Clown shirt. My wife bought it in honor of October 1st. I think I have well over 50 horror shirts now. From all different genres of all different slashers. Oh, I even have a house. Can you imagine this? I got an Evil Dead one with Ash on it, with a bloody chainsaw and blood all over his face and shit. And there's like demons all over the shirt. I've got another one of House of a Thousand Corpses from Rob Zombie. If you watch that trilogy, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I got the House of a Thousand Corpses shirt. I got all kinds of shirts, man. I got all horror ones. But this is the new one. That's the new one, folks. I will wear another one for next week's MAGGcast. I will do for every single stream and every single MAGGcast, whether I'm streaming games or whether I'm doing the show. There's my new one. It's Pennywise the Clown with, there's the kids in the background. You see all the red balloons on the shirt. It's dope ass, man. It's dope. Yeah, Deuce, King Deuce. Absolutely, man. Sick people. Yeah, I'm not even kidding, man. It got to the point... You know, I got to the point where it was a serious situation. I'm like, come on, man. But, you know, most of those people weren't even in my country. So I'm like, okay, where are you from? Arkansas? What are you going to get in a fucking car and drive 27 hours and try to find me in Canada so you can fucking, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. I didn't take those too seriously. But you know what the thing is? You know, you got to take precautions anyway. You never know, right? So, like, that kind of shit. Flowers in the Attic. I have not, Ryan Hodgson. I do that. Yeah, dude, for the win. FTW. Love Ash versus Evil Dead. The biggest tragedy about that show is that they canceled the goddamn thing. Oh man, was I ever pissed. I was pissed. But hey, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So it is what it is. Hey, Iron Balls, where the hell have you been? Were you here the whole time? Look at all these maggots in this chat. Unbelievable. Anyways, absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, that's the show tonight. I hope I got all my thoughts and feelings out there. I hope you did too. And anybody listening after the fact, please don't be shy. Leave it in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to continue with Game Pass. And like I said, to each their own. I will respect everybody's opinion. If you canceled it, that's great. If you're keeping it, that's great too. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the chat. And you guys, maggots out there, you guys know where to find us in the Discord. Channel members, you know where to get us in the Discord. You guys can DM me anytime. You know that I can absolutely talk to anybody at any moment. You get a hold of me on Xbox, get a hold of me on Xbox. And by the way, sometimes like I'm just answering people in the Xbox app, so it's kind of funny when people are like, yo, man, and they try to invite me to a party chat, but I'm actually just like on my phone, like in somewhere public, and I'm like, dude, I can't answer this right now because I'm at the post office. I can't sit there and jump into a party with you. But anyways, whatever. Yes, thank you, FTW. Leave a comment for the algo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let me leave your comments in there. Let me know what you guys think. Are you canceling it? You keeping it? You don't give a shit? You never had it? I don't know. Just tell me what you're going to do out there. But anyways, we broke some records tonight, folks. We had record amount of live viewers. And I just wanted to say that the last MAGGcast, we almost crossed 1,000 people. And that was something that I wanted to do. And we were so close. But I think that after today, and after yesterday's MAGGcast, we got like to 960 something people watching. So we almost got to that 1,000, but we never got to it. It was very close though. It's always like I'm just staring at it. It's not for anything else. I just wanted to break that record. But either way, oh my god! So it actually is up to 992. So if I had 8 more people watching that, holy crap, that'd be amazing. So either way, we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Listen, whoever wants to come by tomorrow, Ion Storm is awake. Ladies and gentlemen, Ion Storm has awakened. He's here. The sirens of England have rung, and Ion Storm has risen to defend the flag of St. George. Thank you, my friend. Ion Storm is back in the house. He must have just woke up for work. Thank you for the win. He said, good stream, take it easy, people. Yes, everybody have a great night. Listen, whoever's around tomorrow, I don't know when I'm going to do it during the day. Sometime during the day, I will be live streaming Ghost of Yotei, which launches at midnight. I saw what you said. Who the hell said it? Alex. He's like, Mag, for once, give us a midnight gaming stream. Yotei is out. It is out in 8 minutes, yes, but my goodness, I have to be up early with those kids, man. So I got to be up in 7 hours with those kids. I don't think I could do like a 3-hour stream and then sleep for 4 hours and then have to deal with these kids. So that's going to be a bit of a situation. But absolutely, we will be playing Ghost of Yotei tomorrow. I hope to do it really soon. So, guys, thank you so much. I know it's 5 in the morning in the UK. Yes, right, Hodgson. Yeah. Some of you guys got to go to work. But thank you guys all for all the support, all the super chats, all the gifted members, everything else. You guys are so incredible. I love you all. And whoever's hanging around tomorrow at some point, I will put out a feeler. I'll probably get it done. I'll probably start doing the stream somewhere around lunchtime, my time. So anywhere between 11 and 1 o'clock, 11 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern, I will try and start getting out that Yotei situation. We will start playing that tomorrow. All right? Everyone have yourself a great night. Stay magnificent. We'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye now. Oh, and before I go, enjoy the fancy Halloween burning jack-o'-lantern ending.